They just don't want to go to boxercise, they don't want to go running. How do those people get started doing anything?
Increases mood, it helps you to sleep better.
So again, you go to a gym and it's full of muscle Marys. Laura, I get that physical fitness is really important for me physically as well as emotionally. There'll be lots of people watching who are just not into going to the gym. They just don't want to go to boxercise, they don't want to go running, it's just alien to them. How do those people get started doing anything?
Well, you see, being active is easier than you think. So you can fit exercise into your daily routine, into your daily life. Things like doing the cleaning and the hoovering can fall into the exercise category. And it doesn't have to be boring. You can put YouTube on and play some music and dance around the house while you're cleaning. Things like putting YouTube on to do Zumba or a dance. Just Dance is on YouTube now. So. It's things like that don't take long. You can do them quite easily. Other things that fit into your daily routine could include carrying your shopping or going on a walk and a talk with your friend. It doesn't have to be a chore. It can fit into what you're already doing in your daily life. And we've talked about small changes and small steps before, haven't we? And I just think those are ways in which you can noticeably make those small steps, those small changes, and get one step closer to being more active.
Yeah, that's really interesting, because one of the things I think is intimidating, probably especially for middle-aged guys who are not into their exercise, is just starting somewhere. So again, you go to a gym and it's full of muscle Marys and people who look great, and it can be quite intimidating. I know when I started to go on my journey again after I've been unwell, I made a real conscious effort to park in a supermarket as far away from the entrance as I could. As tempting as the parent and child spaces are, and it would drive my kids mad, Dad, why are you parking at the back of the car park? Because I just knew it would be a bit more exercise than I'd normally get. So your experience and your view is that even the smallest changes can make a bit of a difference?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one step closer to being more active. Even something as simple as parking further away from the entrance at a shopping centre means that you're getting more steps in.
Yeah.
So you're closer to the average amount of steps per day, closer to that 10,000. So, it's easier than you think. You can make those small changes and get closer to becoming more active. Ultimately, I think it all falls down to confidence.
Okay.
Or experiences in terms of what you've been through, and getting back to where you were before.
Yeah.
But again, I even think that's partly confidence, because it's been knocked down a little bit. And it's about finding that boost, that way to boost you back up and go and do that. I think for young women, for middle-aged men, for anybody, exercise is so important. And it's about how you can fit that in. It will make you feel better mentally, as well as seeing the physical changes as well.
I think you've hit the nail on the head for lots of guys. It's that confidence part. It's not confidence in, can I do this? It's that confidence in getting out there and actually doing some exercise, isn't it? And confidence that I might not look how I wished I could kind of look, but it's about doing something. Because you don't meet many people who say, I don't believe exercise does you any good. Most people know that, but it's recognising, isn't it, that just some small changes can help. One of the things I find quite frustrating when I share online about my mental health journey is you'll get some guys coming on going, oh, it's not about medication and therapy, it's just about healthy eating, lots of exercise and blah, 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 blah. And it is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
It's kind of, no, you can have really high levels of fitness and still experience anxiety and depression, but it stops you in your tracks from being fit. And so just those small things, I always think those small things like getting out of breath can make a real difference. And tell me, is there some social stuff in there as well? If you can do exercise with other people, in your experience, does that help people socially to be in some sort of group?
Yeah, 100%. You can meet new friends, meet new people, and they are often the ones that share that same sort of experience with physical activity and sport, or that enjoyment, and they'll get to know you, and it creates a positive support community. I think I've mentioned to you before how valuable that is to me, and sport is one of those things that really create that for me. I've actually taken part in sport since the age of 6.
Wow. Okay.
I started running and I started skiing. So I used to be in competitions for skiing.
Wow.
As well as running. Yeah. Ran for multiple clubs, and having that team spirit and those people to go to, it definitely creates a bit more of a social life, and a bit more of a feeling of I'm part of something, and they're my people.
Yeah. If someone came to you and said, like, you know, let me give you a stereotypical guy. Let me put you on the spot, because you know he doesn't do much exercise. He's got a bit of a belly on him. He's not really into sport. If you mention carrying the shopping, doing the cleaning or the hoovering, he's probably going to sit there and think that's what my other half does. What could you encourage a guy to do that's realistic, that will just kind of get the blood flowing a little bit?
I think small steps each day, making those little changes. Something as simple as taking the bins out instead of your partner.
Yeah.
If you've got kids, playing in the garden with your kids. If you've got a dog, take it on a walk.
Yeah.
So it's really is small changes, and they will eventually make one big one.
Yeah.
But it's about having that determination to notice that you want to make that change.
Yeah, it's probably a picture I don't want to put in people's heads, but I remember as when my kids were younger, I used to chase them around the island in the kitchen, and they used to scream, and we used to just chase for hours. They're 13 and 10 now, and if I go to chase them around the island, they just think I'm nuts. Yeah. But I'll just do it anyway. And I also, the other thing I've learned as well, if people have got children, is that it's impossible to skip and not smile. And if anyone's watching, I challenge them to absolutely do it now.
There's a challenge
Skip
for you
somewhere,
all.
even on your own in the back garden, and you will end up smiling, even if you feel like a complete nutter. And for me, I suppose it's part of physical fitness, that ability to laugh or smile just for a few moments each day can be really powerful. And we've all got different senses of humour and different things that make us laugh. But I genuinely make an effort every day to watch something funny on YouTube, even if it's for a few moments, and it just makes me chuckle a bit. And I think there's something really powerful about that positivity, because physical fitness brings you positive hormones as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it releases endorphins and it increases mood. It helps you to sleep better. So there's so many. It reduces the chances of depression and anxiety. Yeah. So you've got, I think the benefits of sport are really underestimated on mental health. So many people recognise the physical benefits and not always the mental. And I think it's so important to highlight exactly how much it can have a positive impact and benefit your mental health.
Yeah. And I think what I'd say to people watching is, you know, we get it can be really difficult. You know, Laura and I are into our sport and we like it. You're probably not, and that's okay. But you know what? There's nothing stopping you, absolutely nothing stopping you from making those first steps, even if it is just a walk to the end of your garden and back. It's about starting somewhere, and if you wait to be ready, you'll never do it. So please just make that small effort, and from small steps you can gain so much.